No, I think there's no mystery who I wanted, but that guy took the easy way out.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Before we get into your pay-per-view fight, let's talk about what happened over the weekend, man. It was the head kick, man. What'd you think of that?
Dude, it was nasty, man. I mean, honestly, I would have liked to see Volk having another full camp for the rematch, but he stepped up and he went for it. It didn't work out for him, but it is.
I guess sometimes you just gotta take what they give you. You know what I mean? Because you never know when it's gonna be offered again. I think that's probably what was going on with that situation. And plus, he saved the card, right? Like I'm pretty sure they offered it to other people.
Yeah, yeah, he thought he could get it done. So, more power to him. He went for it. It didn't work out for him. But I wish that he could have gotten a full camp for that rematch.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, and looking forward to the future, man. What do you think is a better fight, Islam versus Gaethje or Oliveira rematch?
No, I want to see Gagey. I think Gagey's the man. I want to see him fight for the title and take Islam out.
All right, so you're back at Gaethje. You want to see that explosive fight.
Yeah, I think we already saw Oliveira and Islam, and I want to see Islam fight Gagey. I think that would be a banger.
For sure. Now, heading into the next pay-per-view, UFC 295, you'll be on it. You'll be on the main card, pay-per-view main card. That's another level, man. What does that mean to you?
Dude, it's awesome. At Madison Square Garden, my backyard, getting on the main card on a huge card like John Jones Stipe. It's a dream come true. This will be like the third time I'm fighting at MSG, but the stakes just keep getting higher and higher, and this is a huge fight. I got a worthy opponent, and we're on the main card, so I'm pumped.
Do you feel like this is another opportunity to prove yourself? You know what I mean? I know you proved yourself before, but every time it seems like you said, it's another level of opportunity.
Yeah, they always count me out. I've been an underdog my entire life. I've always been, proving the doubters wrong, and people always underestimate me. I'm used to it, and I thrive in it, and I thrive as the underdog, and I love it, man. A lot of people just, think I'm a generic fighter, but until they're in there with me, they see that I'm a true dog.
And with Saint Denis, right? He's not ranked, and I think a lot of people expected you to fight someone ranked in your next fight. Um, were there other options before they settled on Saint Denis?
No, I think there's no mystery who I wanted, but that guy took the easy way out, and I really just wanted Madison Square Garden. It's my backyard. I whenever they fight there, I always want to fight there. Every November they're there, and I always want to get on that card. I love the time. I love it how it's always early November, right before Thanksgiving, right before the holidays. So I love that. And always a huge, huge pay per view, and I love fighting on these big pay per view cards. And it's nice to finally be on the main card of one.
What do you think of the Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett fight, man? Would you have taken Tony Ferguson as a matchup? Let's say they offered it to you for Madison Square Garden. Would that have been a fight that you would want?
No, man, not really. Like it's, I mean, I know he's a name, I know he's, a legend, but he's on his sixth fight losing streak. His last fight, he like visibly looked old. He looked slow. I don't think the UFC should be giving him fights. I think I would hope that if I was ever in that situation on a six fight skid at 40 years old and still wanting to fight, that I'd have like my family like sit me down and be like, enough's enough, man. Like you've done it. But Tony knows himself the best. So you just hope that he will prepare the best and hopefully put a whooping on old Patty Cakes. But I doubt it. I think they're trying to set up Patty to get a win over a name like Tony.
Sure. Saint Denis, man, back to the fight that you have. Thoughts on his skill set and the matchup.
He's a beast, man. I've been watching him, since he got to the UFC. He's well rounded. He's got good striking. He's got good grappling, good wrestling, and he's a true warrior. He served for the French army. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a good chin on him, and he's tough as nails. And he's a worthy opponent for Madison Square Garden main card. I got in this. I want to fight the best guys in the world. I want to prove myself against the best guys, and he's one of them. And it excites me. When they offered me him, I didn't even care that he wasn't ranked. I just knew he had a lot of hype, and I love derailing hype trains. I love humbling people. So I'm pumped for this fight.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He does have some hype behind him. He's on a 4-fight win streak. Any of those fights stick out to you?
I think his best win is the Moises win. Moises is definitely like a proven fighter. But all of them, he looked great in all those wins.
But when you compare level of competition, though, right? It's different from who you faced in the last three. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I think so. I've fought some tough guys, but he's fought some tough guys too. So I think it just makes for an exciting fight. You said he's not ranked, so I know like a lot of guys like don't want to fight him, because you want to risk losing to a not ranked guy and give up your spot. But I don't care about that stuff. I want the fights that excite me. I like that nobody wants to fight this guy. I want to fight the boogeyman, and I think he's the boogeyman of the division right now. And that's why I'm here.
Beat the boogeyman to become the boogeyman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, but you kind of do have a little bit of a status as a boogeyman yourself. I mean, a lot of people didn't, like you said, you were the underdog in a lot of fights, and you came in, and that's what boogeymen do. They surprise people.
Yeah, and that's what we've been doing my entire career.
Training camp, man. Anything different about this one coming up, or that you're in right now?
It's going great, man. I got Nazim Saudikov and Dennis Bazooka in camp with me. So it's like great energy at the gym. Like I remember these guys like coming up as amateurs and then they started their pro career, and like I knew their talent is so high, and I knew they'd be in the UFC. And now we're all finally in the UFC, and we've been talking about this for like, all right, we're all gonna get in the UFC. We're all gonna fight at Madison Square Garden together. We're gonna take over the Garden. Like we've been manifesting this for years, and it's just crazy that it's like it's finally here.
Yeah, it's great to see, man. How many guys are in the UFC now, man? It seems like in the last like 2 years, it like tripled.
I know, right? This generation is crazy, and now looking around, like I'm kind of like the old guy around. I'm the veteran in the room, which is nuts. We got Charlie Campbell, we got Pampos Gregorio, just won on the Contender Series, and then we got so many other guys like up and coming that will be in the UFC soon enough. The Saralongo fight team rolls deep, and there's a lot of talent here that's gonna be in the UFC and taking over the UFC soon.
Do you work with Charlie Campbell a lot?
Yeah, yeah, I work with Charlie a lot. Charlie's a funny guy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's hilarious. Just great energy around the gym, and like just always he's one of my favorite guys to bust his balls.
yeah. I believe his post-fight interview and his debut. I think I
Yeah,
remember that from Charlie.
yeah.
He got the win. He got the first. I think he got the first round finish,
And then
and
he
then he
roasted.
came in and yeah, yeah, I love it. I love that. That's great. That's great. It's good. Yeah, like you said, it's good energy, right? You got a guy like him, and you got two other guys with you, Dennis and Nazim, getting ready as well. Man, it just you feed off each other, man. It's different from being in camp alone, right?
Oh, it's great, man. We all do exactly. We feed off each other. We pick each other up when we need it. And we're planning all of us going there and get big wins and make it a memorable night.
I was talking with Dennis, and he's all like, "Yeah, man, Matt has the best like sayings, like everything. It's like you have the best, like everything's like an expression, like that's the thing you do."
Yeah, I've been in this game for a minute now, so I gotta remind myself sometimes, like, trust the process. We're right where we need to be.
I love it, man. And yeah, man, your last three fights, man, they've been pretty spectacular. All first round finishes. Um, what type of fight do you expect in this one, man? Because Saint Denis, he ain't gonna go out easy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm always prepared for a 15-minute war, and that's the only way I know how to prepare. So that's what I'm doing. I'm ready for a 15-minute war if it needs to go that long, but I don't see it going that long. He's a finisher. I'm a finisher. I think somebody's gonna go in there and finish, and it's gonna be me. I'm either gonna knock him out, I'm gonna submit him, or I'm gonna TKO him, whether it be the first round, second round, or third round. I'm prepared for it all.
Yeah, this could turn into a pretty wild fight, right? Because you guys can scramble, you guys can wrestle. Both of you guys are pretty well rounded.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for that. A lot of people forgot about my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu. So I'm excited to use that. I love every aspect of mixed martial arts, from the wrestling, from the grappling, from the striking, and these kinds of fights that I'm gonna get to show all my skills are the ones that I live for.
Yeah, but it's kind of your fault that people forgot about your other skills because you just knocked it out people, right? The last three, like last 2 years, all you see is highlights of you knocking people out.
Yeah, I ain't mad about that either.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, John Jones, man, he's gonna fight Stipe in the main event of that card, and most likely both of them might retire, man. What is that like? Are you prepared for that, man? That's kind of a trip, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. John Jones at heavyweight still, I'm excited to see that. I didn't think we got to see much out of the Gane fight. But Stipe is going to give him a fight. Stipe has been out for a while. I guess he put on a lot of muscle as well. So I'm excited to see two legends of the sport, go at it.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see that fight. I can't wait to see what Stipe looks like. I think that's gonna be the surprise, right? Is what Stipe looks like. Now, people are talking about USADA. You know, what I mean, they're gonna be leaving the UFC. What's been your worst USADA experience? Because it seems like everybody has one.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my guy David, man. Like, a lot of people like hate their guys. Like, I like my guy. He's cool as shit. I saw Sadiq Yusuf came out and said that not a guy had to watch him take a shit. Man, David's been watching me shit for years, man. Like, but I think that's what built our connection, was just how many times he's watched me take a shit. Um, so I'm gonna miss him, but all I can hope is that this next organization is gonna, stay and keep doing what USADA's been doing and cleaning up the sport, and keeping the cheaters out, because we're in combat sports. I don't want to see. I know I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, let everybody juice," but juicing doesn't help your brain take more damage better. I think you got to keep it at a level playing field, just for fighters' health's long term. So I hope that whatever organization they bring in does right by us.
Yeah, there's that FBI former FBI interrogator that's gonna come in and oversee. I was like, what? Why do you guys need an FBI interrogator to come in to watch you guys piss and shit? I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Trippy, right? We'll find out at in 2024, right? If that guy is if he's legit or not. You know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking in December we'll probably get an email or some kind of meeting or conference to really explain the new drug testing.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, I hope it clears it up, and I hope they don't wake you up. Like there's been some bad experiences where they wake you up at like 5 in the morning when you got training at 2 p.m. You know what I mean? Like that would really mess up your whole day. Stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Hey, November 11th, UFC 295, you and Saint Denis opening up the pay per view. It's gonna be wild. MSG, New York City. I know you're hyped, man. And whenever you're hyped, like it seems like you get the best performances out of yourself, man. So that's what I'm expecting. I think that's what everybody's expecting. So all the best, man, in the fight.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm really pumped to be hearing the steamroller chants, the USA chants, and to really, protect my home ground, protect my home stadium. My garden. I like to think of Madison Square Garden as my home now, and I ain't gonna let somebody come to my house and push me around. Not in our house. That's been our saying for this camp. Not in our house, and for all of us. So it's been fun.